too shy to sing. Canary was busy tidying his nest. He sang to himself as he gathered tiny twigs to make his home stronger. Canary loved to sing, but only on his own. He was much too shy to sing in front of the other birds. Canary heard a rustle in the bushes and froze. Had someone heard his song? "Is anybody there?" he called. But it was only the wind in the branches. Canary relaxed and started to sing his beautiful tune once more. Canary stepped back to admire his handiwork. He thought, it needs a few finishing touches. And he left to look for more twigs. As he flew, he passed a tiny blur of colored wings. It was Hummingbird, flitting from flower to flower, sipping nectar from the blossoms. Canary watched in amazement as Hummingbird flew backwards and then hovered in midair. "Oh, hello," called Hummingbird. "What are you doing?" "Watching you," gasped Canary. "You are so clever. I wish I could fly like that." Hummingbird buzzed his wings busily and thought for a moment. "I'm sure you are very clever in other ways," he said. But Canary just blushed and carried on his way. On and on flew Canary until he saw a flash below him. He perched on a tree to see who was running so fast. It was Ostrich, hurtling along at top speed. She was the fastest bird Canary had ever seen. Canary flew down to take a closer look at Ostrich, skidding to a halt in a cloud of dust. "Oh, hello," said Ostrich. "What are you doing?" "Watching you," gasped Canary. "You are so speedy. I wish I could run like that." Ostrich tipped her head to one side. "But you don't need to run fast. I bet there is something that makes you unique too." But Canary didn't think he was unique at all. Canary flew on until he spotted some tasty berries. He stopped and pecked at them to cheer himself. Suddenly, he heard footsteps and watched as Peacock strutted out from beneath a bush. Peacock slowly fanned his tail into a magnificent display of blue, green, and turquoise, and turned around to show it off to his friends. Canary gave a sigh. "Oh, hello," Peacock called. "Why do you look so sad?" Canary flew down to land next to Peacock. "I was just looking at your tail," he gasped. "You are so beautiful. I wish I could look like that." Peacock folded his tail onto the ground behind him. "My tail is only for showing off," he said. "I'm sure you have something that all the birds admire." But Canary didn't think he did. Canary flew on his way, stopping here and there for a snack. A glint of light caught his eye. A bowerbird was busy putting up the finishing touches to his nest. "Nearly done," huffed Bowerbird to himself. "I have stones and sticks and feathers and flowers and some shiny glass to make this nest magnificent. He looked up and he saw Canary watching. "Oh, hello," he called to Canary. "What are you doing?" "Watching you," gasped Canary. "You are so talented. I wish I could make a nest like that." Bowerbird moved a stone a little bit to the left. "It's what I'm good at," he said. "But everybody's good at something. I'm sure you're especially good at something too." But Canary just shook his head. As he made his way back to his nest, Canary heard a familiar song rising from the forest below. He flew down to take a closer look. "Oh, hello," said Canary. "What are you doing?" "I'm practicing my copycat noises," chirped Lyrebird. "Do you like my canary song?" He whirred, clicked, and laughed. Canary looked puzzled and asked, "Was that you singing so loudly? I've never heard anyone sing so proudly before." Lyrebird whistled his reply. "Well, your songs are my favorite. They're so pretty. Why wouldn't I sing them loud and proud?" he added. "Sing a little and I'll sing along." Canary hesitated. He was too shy to sing. But if today had taught him anything, it was that you shouldn't be shy about the things you're good at. So he took a deep breath and he started to sing. Lyrebird sang along, following Canary's notes. Canary felt his shyness slipping away as they sang together, louder and louder. Canary sang his heart out. The tune warbled, rippled, and floated beautifully through the trees for everyone to hear. When he stopped, Canary could hear cheering and whooping. Lyrebird had stopped singing to listen, so Canary had been singing all by himself. Canary's friends were all standing around him, looking amazed. "Wow," they cried. "We wish we could sing like you." Canary puffed out his chest with joy. He proudly opened his beak and sang as loudly as he could. He had finally found what made him special.